my wife, Mr. and Mrs. Bigelow.
How do you do?
Mr. Bigelow? Mrs. Bigelow? How do you do?
Samantha.
Hi, Sam.
Oh, hi.
I'm sorry. Cigar bother you?
Oh, no. No, I love the smell of a good cigar.
Well, I wish I had one. This is awful.
That's what I've been trying to tell you for 20 years.
I love them. I'm going to order some.
You do? You're crazy.
But they're so cheap.
Look, you get what you pay for. If you haven't learned that, you don't know a thing.
Darrin, how about some drinks before dinner?
Good idea. You get the glasses, I'll pour the wine.
Mrs. Stephens, that roast was sheer delight. I haven't had prime rib in years.
Oh, doctor's orders? No, banker's.
We ought to have prime rib once in a while.
Well, yes, dear. I'll start saving.
Have one of these Coronas.
Why, thank you.
Aren't those awfully expensive?
$2 apiece.
$2?
Well, if you want the best, you've got to pay for it.
Dear, are you sure you wouldn't like a bromide?
Of course not. Oh, incidentally, what would you think of the Andy Douglas show for Bigelow Tires? I hear they're shopping for a sponsor.
Mr. Bigelow, in the presentation I'm preparing, I recommended you buy a show called Spot the Place. It's a game show, and it's a much better buy on a cost per thousand.
I'm not interested in a better buy. I like the Andy Douglas show.
That'll cost you a fortune.
Yes. Besides, if you want to make money, you've got to spend money, right? Kate, I want to talk to you tomorrow about my account and how it's going to be handled. And who's going to handle it.
Excuse me. There's something I have to remove.
From the stove?
Not exactly.
I don't know what's gotten into my husband, but I hope it never wears off. I thought you had to do something, Samantha.
I'll do it later. If it isn't too late.
As far as I'm concerned, Andy Douglas is a funny, funny man.
One of the funniest.
At those prices, he better be.
But at the same time, he's warm.
One of the warmest.
The MC of this game show is warm and cheap.
You know, I'll never forget the benefit Andy did for the League for Animal Assistance. I'm chairman of their annual fund drive, you know.
Is that right? You know, that's a great charity. I've always admired the work they do.
You have? How much can I put you down for?
Well, naturally, I have my own charities, but I'd be glad to give a token contribution.
Well, every little bit helps, you know. Put you down for 5?
Fine.
Stevens, how about you? Perhaps you'd care to give something.
Mr. Bigelow, I hope you're not going to misunderstand this. Charities are all well and good.
Well, what took you so long?
Oh, I guess things did get a little out of hand, didn't they?
Mother, I'll never forgive you. But I'll think it over. If you take that spell off Darrin this instant.
Oh. All right. Weebus, Wallabus, Teetle Bell. The time has come to alter the spell. Rhombus, Rebus, Applepan Soak. The spell I wove, I now revoke.
Wish I'd said that. Mother, wait a minute.
And I think your charity is one of the best. So you can put me down for the same amount as Larry.
Well, thank you, gentlemen. That's very generous of you. Tate, 5. Stevens, 5. You know, $1,000 goes a long way for a stray dog or cat.
It goes a long way for a human, too.
Good evening,
Samantha. Good evening, madam.
Darrin,
Don't you recognize me either?
what's wrong?
He sounds to the gills. That's what's wrong.
Mother, please.
Nonsense, madam. I'm quite sober. I only had tea martinis.
Well, then you better take the olives out of your mouth. You're talking funny.
Funny is better than dreary.
Would you kindly ask little Miss Muffet to get her tuffet out of here?
All right. But if you need me, just light a match near his breath. I'll see the flames.
Good old Smokey the Boar.
Darrin, what is it? Did the deal fall through?
You know darn well the deal didn't fall through.
Well, now, how would I know a thing like that? Well, I mean, when you called this afternoon, I figured out something was wrong.
And so you right away.
What?
You. I told you I didn't need your help, but no, you're the cavalry. You're zap happy. That's what you are.
All right, now, one step at a time. The deal didn't fall through, and you're mad at me.
Listen, when you landed on my nose, I told you right then I didn't want
When
any...
I landed on your nose?
Sam, you're not going to deny that you turned yourself into a fly and flew down to the hotel and zapped yourself into a 2-week cruise to Bermuda.
You know something funny? I don't understand one word you're saying. I haven't left this house all day.
There is nothing worse than a flying lie. A lying fly. Your own mother said you were flying.
Right here. And for therapy, if you want to know. I couldn't have changed myself into anything even if I wanted to.
You couldn't.
No. And you know why? Because I've lost my powers. They're all dammed up, and if I don't take care of myself, the dam will burst. I won't be able to control it.
Didn't even recognize me.
Oh, sweetheart, you're not even listening. Come back.
No power, huh?
That's what I've been trying to tell you. When it comes back, it's out of control.
Wouldn't it be better if you admitted the truth?
The truth is that I haven't done anything. I have been absolutely powerless all day. I've been trying to get the piano to play, and the fire to burn, and the lighter to light. Oh, Darrin, it isn't me. Well, I mean it is, but, well, that's because the dam's burst.
Sam, turn that piano off. This is a madhouse.
But I can't control it.
I'm warning you, Sam. I'm going to have to get out of here. It's been a rough day.
All right, then. Go back to your friendly bartender with your mouth full of olives.
Well, what'll it be, old buddy? On the rocks? I always make them 5 to 1.
Man loses his integrity, he has nothing.
I'll drink to that.
Bartender,
I'll drink to that.
keep the change.
I'll drink to that.
You're a married man. You don't have to put up with all that.
That I won't drink to. Drink from, yes. To, no.
Wife, she had to interfere.
They're all the same.
No, they're not. Yours is human.
I'd like to take a vote on that.
Mine's a witch.
They all are.
This time she changed herself into a fly.
They all change. Starts out with anything you say, dear, and then...
But she's not going to get away with it. If we go to Bermuda, it's going to be on my credentials, not on her. Yes, sir. I'm going to put a whammy on her hocus pocus right now. You better lay off.
I'll drink too.